If you or someone you love was hit by a car while walking, jogging, or crossing a street, I want you to understand something clearly. This was not your fault for being outside. Pedestrians have rights, and when a driver's negligence causes serious injury, the law gives you a path to hold them accountable. I am Asthana at Caldwell, Wenzel, and Asthana Personal Injury Lawyers. We represent injured pedestrians across Alabama, Florida, and Mississippi. In this video, I will walk you through what these cases look like and what you should do next. Pedestrian accident cases cover more situations than most people expect. Being struck at a crosswalk or intersection, hit while walking on a parking lot or a shopping center, injured while walking or jogging along the shoulder of the road, or struck near a bus stop or while walking mid-block. The steps you take in the hours and days after the accident have a big impact on your case. First, get medical attention right away. Even if you feel okay at the scene, go get checked out. Internal injuries, concussions, soft tissue damage does not show up immediately. Second, report the incident to law enforcement and get a copy of that report. Third, document the scene if you were physically able to. Photographs of the vehicles, the road conditions, any crosswalk markings, and your injuries are valuable. And obtain surveillance footage from nearby businesses. Fourth, get contact information from any witnesses who saw what happened. Fifth, do not give a recorded statement to the driver's insurance company before you've spoken to a personal injury attorney. You're not required to, and whatever you say could be used to reduce or deny your claim entirely. And sixth, do not post about your incident on social media. Most pedestrian accidents come down to driver negligence. Distracted driving is the leading cause. Like the driver who's looking at their phone or adjusting their radio even for a few seconds can miss a person on a crosswalk entirely. Failure to yield, running red lights, or impaired driving are all consistent factors. Along the Gulf Coast, we see a significant number of pedestrian accidents in commercial strips and tourist areas where vehicle and foot traffic are both heavy and drivers are not paying enough attention as to who's on foot around them. Pedestrians have no protection when they're struck by a vehicle, and their injuries reflect that. Traumatic brain injuries are common even in low-speed collisions. Spinal cord injuries, broken bones including hips, legs, and arms, internal organ damage, severe lacerations, and in most severe cases, permanent disabilities or even wrongful death. Some injuries are not apparent right away, and that is precisely why getting a medical evaluation immediately matters. Not just for your health, but also for the integrity of your legal claim. A few things that consistently hurt these cases: waiting to seek medical care, giving a recorded statement to the at-fault driver's insurer, accepting an early settlement offer before your treatment is complete and before you know the full extent of your injuries. Once you settle, that claim is closed, even if you discover later that your injuries were in fact more serious than you initially thought. And posting about your accident on social media while your claim is open. Defense attorneys and insurers are checking your social media. The insurance companies in these cases, they're not working in your interest. Their goal is to pay as little as possible, and pedestrian accident cases are no exception. Common tactics include arguing that the pedestrian was jaywalking or not in a marked crosswalk, claiming that the driver couldn't have reasonably seen the person in time, questioning the necessity of medical treatment, arguing that the pedestrian was wearing dark clothing at night, and making a low early offer before the pedestrian has an ability to know the full scope of their injuries. In Alabama, where contributory negligence is the rule, these arguments are used aggressively because even finding a small amount of fault on the pedestrian will end the case. Florida and Mississippi both follow comparative fault. Finding a fault in those states, while it doesn't gut your case, it can significantly reduce your recovery. A key exception that people are usually not aware of to this rule is wantonness. If the at-fault driver is found to have engaged in wanton conduct, such as driving under the influence of alcohol or drugs, speeding, engaging in road rage, or any other behavior that shows a reckless disregard for the safety of others, this contributory negligence rule will not apply. Further, you would be eligible for what's called punitive damages. At Caldwell, Wenzel, and Asthana, here is how we approach pedestrian accident cases. We begin by investigating the accident thoroughly. We pull the police report, obtain any traffic or surveillance camera footage. We speak with witnesses and work with accident reconstruction specialists when the facts require it. We document your injuries in coordination with the medical providers and build a medical record for the full extent of what you went through. We handle all of the communication with the insurance companies and defense counsels so that you don't have to do it. And if the insurance company will not make a fair offer, we are ready to take your case to trial. If you were injured as a pedestrian in Alabama, Florida, or Mississippi, please do not wait to speak to an attorney. Time matters in these cases, and so does the evidence. Call Caldwell, Wenzel, and Asthana for a free case evaluation. There is no fee unless we recover, and we look forward to working for you.